Hello, I'm Mathieu from Ludovox, and today I'm going to give you a brief overview of Blood Rage. So Blood Rage is a kind of a big game. It's an area control game for 2 to 4 players, or 5 if you have the 5th player expansion. It plays with players 14 and older, and for around an hour to 100 minutes. So in Blood Rage, we are a Viking clan and we try to get the most glory during the Ragnarok, so the Viking apocalypse. And we do that by controlling areas and pillaging these zones, and also by fighting the other Vikings, because fight is glory, we all know that. So this glory is represented by victory points, so we have a track here to track them. So we all start with the same clan of Vikings, well, kind of same, but we are going to improve it with different stats and also with different improvements here that give us an edge over certain strategies. So the way we do this is first by drafting these cards here. So we have 3 big rounds of the game, and each has cards, and they are stronger and stronger as you progress. And there are 3 types of them. Fight cards, red cards. So they give you bonuses in strength and also give you special tactical advantage, like killing off other units or giving you bonuses if you lose, because sometimes it happens. You have improvements, which are black cards. They can improve your clan or improve your units or give you access to these big monsters. And also quests. So quests are kind of, they are one of the major victory point sources. So quests are going to give you a special objective for a round. So for example, if I keep Jotunheim and I play it, it means that I have to conquer one of the areas of Jotunheim. So if I do this, I can improve my clan and get victory points. So we draft those cards, so select one, pass the hand to another player, get a smaller hand and select until I have 6 cards, and everyone has 6 cards. Then we move on to the action phase. So the action phase is where the fight happens. We are going to spend our rage taking actions. So every player will take an action after another until all of the players have passed, and every action has a specific cost in rage. So, for example, we can invade, so take units and place them on the board. We can march, which is moving units. We can also improve, which is paying rage to get an improvement. For example, I can improve my clan, or I can improve, I can have a dwarf king, so, or a troll. So, for example, if I improve, if I take the troll improvement, I click my troll thing, I put my troll on the board because I get a free invasion with my troll, and that's it. And the final action, the 2 final actions are quests, so I place a quest face down, and finally the pillage. So pillaging is kind of controlling an area and taking the spoils of war, which are those tiny tiles here. Those spoils of war are going to improve my clan stats. So I get rage, which improves my rage on the subsequent rounds of the game. I have the axes, which give me more points if I win battles against other players. And finally, the horns that break my limit, because I have a unit limit. I cannot have more than a certain number of units. And the more I improve my horns, the more units I can have on the board at the same time. So pillaging can be interrupted by other players. So for example, if I choose to pillage Gimli, let's say that the other player, the brown player, can attack me and say, no, I don't want you to pillage Gimli because I want to do it. Every player is going to play one of the cards of his hand. We'll reveal it at the same time, add up the strength, the bonuses of the red cards, the others don't count, they are worth nothing. And then the loser would lose all of his units on the area, and if the winner is the one who initiated the pillage, he can pillage. Basically, that's it. If you decide to pass, or if you cannot play anything else, your rage goes to 0, and you cannot play until you have at least 1 rage. Once every player has passed, we move on to the next phase, we discard the cards, we check if the quests are accomplished, improve the clan stats and the victory points if needed. Then we move on to the Ragnarok phase. So the Ragnarok phase is the phase where we destroy things. So for example, here it asks me to destroy Enlang. So it's this province. It is removed from the board, it becomes inaccessible, and if any units were there, they die in flames and give victory points because it is a glorious death. Then all of the units that die during the turn are not placed back on the supply, they are placed on the Valhalla. So for example, the clan lord is very good, very important and cheap, but if he dies, I cannot re-invade with him until he comes back from the Valhalla. Because at the end of each round, the last phase is taking all of the units back because the gates of Valhalla are open and everyone goes back to the supply. Then we start a second age with the drafting, the actions, etc. And the third age, and at the end of the third age, we can count the victory points. So how do we count victory points? It's very simple. We get victory points for victories, for pillaging certain provinces, from quests, from certain improvements and cards, and finally for dying during the Ragnarok. And there is a final tiny thing. Sometimes you can earn victory points for having really high clan stats. Well, that's it. You know almost everything about Blood Rage, so happy Ragnarok and see you on the docks.